Have you ever read a page of a book, reached the end, and realized you have no idea what you just read? You go back, read it again, and still nothing sticks. Feels frustrating, right? You're not alone. Retaining information while reading is something most people struggle with, and yet we rarely talk about it. But here's the thing, if you can master reading comprehension, you can master knowledge. And knowledge? That's power. I'm the Darklight mentor, and today I'm going to show you how to unlock your brain's full potential when it comes to reading and understanding information like never before. I get it. I wasn't always a great reader myself. There was a time when I could go through an entire book and only remember the main character's name, if I was lucky. But then I discovered something. Reading isn't just about seeing words on a page. It's about engagement, curiosity, and technique. Think of your brain like a sponge. It absorbs better when it's slightly damp. But if it's too dry or too wet, it won't hold on to anything. The same applies to reading. You need the right balance of focus, strategy, and memory techniques to retain what you read. Let's start with the most powerful technique, active reading. If you're just reading passively, letting your eyes drift over the words without truly processing them, you're wasting time. Your brain is a lazy detective. It won't retain what it doesn't consider important. That's why you need to interact with the material. Ask yourself questions as you read. What is the main idea here? How does this relate to something I already know? Can I explain this to someone else? When you turn reading into a conversation instead of a one-way street, your brain starts paying attention. Another game changer? Visualization. Your mind loves images more than words. If I tell you, imagine a bright red apple with tiny water droplets on it, your brain immediately paints a picture. That's why people remember movies better than books. It's visual. So next time you read, try turning sentences into mental pictures. For example, if you're reading about a historical battle, don't just process the facts. Picture the battlefield, the soldiers, the sounds of swords clashing. Your memory will thank you. Now, let's talk about the power of summarization. This trick alone can skyrocket your retention. Every few paragraphs, pause and summarize what you just read in your own words. Better yet, teach it to someone else. Have you ever noticed that when you explain something to a friend, you suddenly understand it better yourself? That's because teaching forces your brain to structure and organize information, which makes it stick. So after reading a chapter, summarize it aloud or write it down in your own words. It's like hitting the save button on your brain. Let's address the elephant in the room. Distractions. We live in a world where notifications, messages, and random thoughts fight for our attention every second. If your phone is next to you buzzing every few minutes, good luck absorbing anything you read. Create a distraction-free zone while reading. Put your phone in another room. Set a timer for focused reading. And if your mind still drifts, don't fight it. Just gently bring it back. Reading is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Speed isn't everything. Comprehension matters more. If you rush through a book without understanding, you're just skimming. Instead, practice intentional reading by absorbing the content at a comfortable pace. A well-read book is more valuable than 10 poorly read ones. To retain information, use spaced repetition. Your brain forgets what it doesn't revisit. So review what you've read after a day, then a week, then a month. Think of it like watering a plant. Consistent care helps it grow. Finally, always read with purpose. Before starting any book or article, ask yourself, why am I reading this? What do I want to learn? A clear goal helps your brain filter out distractions and focus on what truly matters. And finally, have fun with it. Read books that genuinely interest you. If reading feels like a chore, you won't retain much. Find material that excites you, challenges you, or gives you a new perspective. When you enjoy what you read, your brain holds on to it effortlessly. Now, here's a small challenge for you. Take a book, any book, and read just one page using the techniques I just shared. Summarize it in your own words and drop it in the comments. Let's see how much more you can retain. I'll see you tomorrow with something even more powerful. Stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, knowledge is the ultimate power, but only if you learn to hold on to it.